Oh boy, are you time for the part 3 finale? That's right, this is part 3 for the employed and functional members of society. Here's some context. The Anime Men, who is not the Anime Man, made a video, you know, doing a tier list, right? We did a tier list about all the stuff, and you know what? Shout out to the Anime Men. They made an apology video, and we reacted to that, and it was honestly genuinely a great video. But they basically made this, got a shitload of backlash because, you know, they weren't being genuine with it. And then the Anime Man stepped in and talked about tourists and made a joke about how colonization, not colonization, right? Colonization is the part that was a reach. Anime Man Joey made a comment about how it was funny comparison he heard about, someone else said it, by the way, not even him. He's paraphrasing someone else's quote about how it's funny how Christopher Columbus, you know, came to Americas and ignorantly labeled an entire continent as India, and they made that funny comparison of that to the Anime Men, the tourists, right, or other, you know, anime tourists that comes in who are confidently are wrong about shit they'd have no clue about, right? And then Ellen Historian jumped in and said, I can't believe you would make this joke at the expense of the millions who are victims of colonization. And that's where we're at. Anime Man also responded, and he said, what did he say? He said, listen, go touch some grass. You're too deep into it. It's not that deep, which is a take that I agree with, because in no way did Joey ever glorify colonization. That is an insane reach. And basically told Ellen Historian, you're a little bro. And in that video, I predicted that Ellen Historian's gonna double down, bro. He's not gonna back down, and here we are. The final take. Responding to the Anime Man about anime tourists, I'm too political? I love how ReZero is still tagged here. Every time ReZero is always tagged here. The like to dislike ratio, not the best, but it's actually not too bad. Let's see what he has to say.
So let me get this right. You make a political analogy comparing anime tourists and colonization. And when I call
No, not colonization. Christopher Columbus being an ignorant idiot, as well as tourists being an ignorant idiot, and how they are confidently wrong. Again, just because Columbus did, in fact, you know, start up, you know, the colonization of the Americas by first settling there, right? And we're not talking about that. The joke is literally making fun of Columbus, right? The joke isn't pro-Columbus. It's just like, damn, that Columbus guy was a fucking idiot, huh? And so are these tourists.
colonization, and when I call you out on said political analogy, you tell me I'm too political and need to go outside.
Yes, I do too. Listen, I love Ellen Historian, but I think he's absolutely reaching here, and I don't think he even saw the full video, maybe. Is he getting clip chimped? Because how do you watch that video and come to the conclusion that this guy is literally making fun, like literally like making that joke at the expense of the victims of colonization?
Alright, bro. To clarify my point in your part of the video, all I was saying is that I find it embarrassing how some anime fans act like victims whenever new people, let's call them normies, join the community. I'm not saying you're one of the extreme voices. In fact, I thought you were pretty light. My only issue was the comparison. As a major figure in the community, you're almost normalizing this analogy, and in doing so, giving more ammo to these extreme.
Normalizing what? Am I crazy? I don't understand how you could possibly listen to him say that line. Right? Like this is fucking crazy, bro. Again, if Joey is literally saying, oh my god, dub colonization, we love colonizing here, fuck them victims, wow, let's go, then I'd be like, yeah, that's fucked up, right? You are directly talking about that specific thing, which is abhorrent, and you're glorifying it. This is a joke, which is making fun of Christopher Columbus, as well as tourists, tying their similarity in how they ignorantly label stuff they have no awareness of. How do you take that and jump and think that, I can't believe Joey hates the victims of colonization? I can't believe he would do this. This is an insane fucking reach one can make. And again, like, maybe he just watched the clip, because there's no way you could have watched that video and came to this conclusion as a sane, rational person. He's either A, rage baiting in a disingenuous way, which could be still possible. He loves doing that for content. He's very transparent about it. B, he got clip chimped out of context, saw that clip, and realized there's good opportunity to basically crucify him in the name of colonization, because it's a trendy thing of the anime tourist problem happening right now, and he wants to get on that trend, right? So clip chimp out of ignorance. That's it. I just don't understand. This is an insane way of, yeah, okay. We got to be careful with the 9/11 analogies, because, you know, I got banned last year on 9/11 for making a terrible, I'm not even gonna say that, but basically there are people who make light of those events, but they're not glorifying the tragedies of what happens to the victims. They're talking about the absurdity of the event itself. There's a very different thing happening here. Remember the last video too, I talked about Aunt Jemima? Why did I bring up Aunt Jemima? Because some people will take that and say, I can't believe you support slavery, because Aunt Jemima is black and she is the poster face of the maple syrup brand for pancakes. Like, what are you talking about? This is an insane fucking mental gymnastic reach. I don't agree with it.
So, giving more ammo to these extreme fans. If you've been paying attention recently, you would have noticed the community has gotten pretty extreme and reactionary. Just look at the controversy with Bocchi the Rock that's happening right now.
Yeah, that's just chibi fucking reaching too. Calling a parent that just simply wanted to not raise their kid in like a traditional masculine way, right? Opening up what gender identity could be, right? That's not grooming. I do agree that it's fucking stupid to censor Bocchi's titties though on anime, right? There's a separate thing of like, you want to parent your kid that way, go ahead. That's not grooming. But like, if you're trying to censor Bocchi's tits because you think that your kids are gonna watch an anime, like, listen, lady, what are you fucking doing? You're insane. Censorship is bad, but also reaching and saying that that parent is grooming is also fucking insane. So this take right now is him doubling down on the whole, like, Joey, I can't believe you made that joke. And you know what? This type of joke and commentary is going to give ammo to the anime radicals who are going insane and schizo. Am I the only one that realizes that Ellen Historian is the one that's losing his fucking beyond their potion powers right now? Is he not the reactionary radical that he's talking about? I feel like I'm fucking crazy right now. I feel like I'm the only one that is just properly digesting my potion and being reasonable. This dude is losing it. He's genuinely fucking losing it, trying to make content. And no. That he's the fucking crazy beyonder. He ain't digesting it. No, he's digesting the provoker potion? Okay, maybe that.
The community has gotten pretty extreme and reactionary. Just look at the controversy with Bocchi the Rock that's happening right now. I find often that the term anime tourist is at the center of all of this. Honestly, it's...
I don't think the term anime tourist is the root cause of all this problem. I think if people are like, it's a derogatory term. So you're saying like this word is so like volatile that it's gonna radicalize the normies and they're gonna turn into bad people. And that Joey making this colonization joke, it's giving more ammo to those tourists. And basically the OG veterans of anime enjoyers look bad, and the normies will basically be like, ha, you used the T word. Nah. This is such a reach. This is an insane reach of people that literally needs to go touch some grass. Constantly being online, looking at the most schizo threads on Reddit and Twitter, which literally reinforces negative engagement and controversy, because those things keep people engaged more, and seeing that as reality when it's such a vocal minority and thinking that is the the reflection of your life. No. I think you're fucking crazy. I think that like people are genuinely so chronically online and they see the most insane vocal minority, you know, posts, and they think that is the reality. And then to exaggerate and then to just tie that onto Joey's joke, in which he didn't even make. He's literally paraphrasing someone that said that line and he thought it was funny. I think it's fucking hilarious too. In which way, no way does it even glorify colonization. Right? To suggest that this is like a problematic thing, I'd say is the problem itself. Do you know what I mean?
starting to feel a lot like the pipeline we saw in the gaming community back in the late 2010s. I don't think you're personally pushing this rhetoric,
Okay.
but I included your analogy in my last video because it truly reflects how these anti-turf
I think he's changing his goalpost right now. This is pretty masterful in the way that he is pivoting. Do you see what he's doing? In the first video, he literally calls out Joey for that colonist joke, which was not a colonist joke. He then also adds in how his friend is being attacked for that Nezuko figurine stuff. And people are calling his friend a hoodweeb, which he's standing up for. Yeah, sure. Okay. But now, as the drama unfolds, he's like, how do I, like, justify my position and double down and make it seem like I'm fighting for the overall good of the community? You know what I mean? Pivot. Pivot and attach that joke as being ammo for the overall anime radicals who are also victims of being called a T-word. You know what I mean? Now, he could have had these thoughts for sure before too. These are 1 minute shorts, right? You can't include everything that you're possibly thinking into a minute short. But I just feel like he's too deep in the sauce. I genuinely feel like Ellen Historian, whether he even believes his opinion or not about this, is too deep in the sauce. He can't back out. You see the amount of engagement he's getting on TikTok, right? As well as YouTube. So many people don't even watch the videos out of context, and they simply comment and like his video because it's anti-AnimeMan. It's that simple. So when you have now put yourself into this position of being the face of anti-AnimeMan with those TikToks, whether you believe in your take or not, he's put into this impossible position where if he backs out, now he's a fucking fraud. You know what I mean? He's getting bolstered by a shitload of haters. And if he backs out now, basically he's gonna get shit on for those people who are just anti-AnimeMan no matter what, as well as the people that's gonna say, see, you were wrong this entire time. You know what I mean? So he's in this, like, yeah, both sides are gonna hate him. So, like, the most optimal thing is to actually double down in terms of, like, saving face, in terms of, like, public relations and how to, like, maintain your image. If he said my bad, it's not that deep, it's not a good look, is it? You may think it's a good look, that he's like, wow, like for example, TheAnimeMan, I think this is a great look. But here's the difference, right? The difference is TheAnimeMan never actually had a shitload of people saying based great tier list. You're right about that. Yeah, all these old animes are frauds. You know what I mean? So they don't have that problem. They can apologize in good faith and people will welcome them back into their grace. But like for Ellen Historian, it's a totally different context. Because there's so many people who are just simply anti-Joey Bissinger. And if he were to accept his, if he were to admit his mistake, then you're fucking cooked from that community that's holding him up. And the other people will say, you know, wow, you have no fucking spine, you folded. You know what I mean? It's literally like a very shitty situation.
See themselves. And also, side note about the two political parts, I don't think you can separate art and politics, and anime is no exception.
Yeah, politics is going to exist no matter what in our life. No matter what you do, politics is the core of everything because politics is simply human behavior. How people perceive human behavior. Oh, you act like this in these situations. Oh, you have these beliefs or whatever. That's perfectly fine. The term too political means in any sort of normal situation where we acknowledge that politics is at the root of everything, to take something and exaggerate it, saying that these are victims of colonization that you're making fun of, that's when you become too political. You're fucking forcing it.
Politics is an inherent aspect of art itself, so in response to your comment saying,
it's not that deep.
It's not.
We are literally talking about Japanese cartoons. It's really not.
Straight up, it's not that deep. The joke never glorified colonization. The joke is literally making fun of Christopher Columbus with his ignorant attribute of labeling people wrong and combining that with the anime tourists. And on top of that, that joke was literally paraphrasing off of a quote from someone else that he found funny. To think that Joey is a sinner, that he is somehow riling up and giving ammo to the anime radicals, I think is such an insane fucking take. And he himself is becoming radicalized and is straight up losing control.
In fact, is that deep?
No.
So
I don't think this is that deep either. This is the most pointless bullshit. And listen, I like Ellen Historian, and this video is not gonna make me become an Ellen Historian hater. Remember, everything I go in, I always try to see the fucking truth for myself. I don't take sides. I take the sides of my ration and my fucking logic. And after doing my due diligence, having watching the fucking video for myself and listening, you know what I think is happening? I think that he's too fucking deep into it. I think this dude is literally so deep into the whole like hating Joey propaganda, whether he likes it or not, right? I'm not saying he's a hater, but the fact that he made these videos, you saw his TikTok, you saw the engagement, you saw 50,000 fucking people liking that TikTok and commenting, fuck the anime man, fuck Joey Bissinger. They don't care about his actual takes in this video. They simply are anti-anime man. And because Ellen Historian has become the fucking face of that movement, he can't apologize because he's literally getting bolstered by that fucking hater group. So he can't apologize. So I don't even know if he believes what he's fucking saying is truth, bro. This is honestly such a disingenuous fucking take. To say that this is like too political is absolutely true. Politics lies at the heart of everything. When you say it's too political, you're saying you're taking something that doesn't exist and trying to fucking do mental gymnastics to act as a victim. Are you genuinely gonna say poor fucking colonizing victims when we are making a joke, making fun of Columbus? We're not pro-Columbus. We're literally making fun of fucking Columbus. And now you're saying, oh my God, poor colonization? Like, are you fucking serious? That's insane. Like, I don't care about like the takes that people have. I care about how authentic and how genuine are you trying to be. And when I watch this video, all I can hear in the back of my mind is a person literally doing mental gymnastics, trying to pivot his fucking take about this politics issue and trying to spin it in a way where he can't apologize, but he has to make it a bigger deal that he's like doing this to save the fucking anime community, which is fucking bullshit. Genuinely fucking bullshit. Terrible fucking take. I disagree with fucking everything here. There's a definite line between normies, someone who's new in the medium, and tourists who are actively detest everything without trying to acclimate the medium. Sure. As a normal human, I don't understand that people arguing. I just enjoy things. Based, you should be more like this. I feel like you still don't understand why people are so mad and defensive about this thing as a whole, and why they keep calling these people with derogatory terms like tourists, etc., and calling people normies is a huge understatement. OG anime fan, but basically just like tourist is like the T word, but like there's actually, it's not a fucking slur. It's a genuine like categorization of a group of people who are negative towards a community. I don't think that this is like radicalizing the fucking new anime people. If it wasn't political, why would Joey even bring up the analogy with colonization in the first place? He never brought up colonization. He literally talked about how foolish Christopher Columbus was in naming the Americas and tied that shit with the anime tourist and made fun of them. Like, this is the craziest thing. Are people so fucking retarded that they can't even understand what the context of that joke was to think that he's pro-colonization? How the hell do you possibly listen to him making fun of Columbus and then conclude, I can't believe you're pro-Columbus. I can't believe you're pro-colonization. Because these fucking NPCs are a bunch of fucking monkey retards with 2-digit IQs who don't care about the truth, who don't care about the actual honest due diligence, right? All they care is, I hate Anime Man. Anime Man bad. I hear something that sounds good to me. He made Columbus joke. Colonization pro. Oh, you're pro-colonist. Oh, I fucking knew you're a bad person. It's that simple. Straight up. And this is why I hate the fucking internet, as well as the monkeys that comment on the fucking comment section. A bunch of smooth-brained, curly-haired baboons who don't even care about being genuine towards the truth. All they have is their prejudice and their hate due to their delusional parasocial relationship with these content creators. And because they hate the anime man, they won't even care what he said. They won't even watch the video. They will simply just say, anime man bad, he mentioned Columbus joke, without even realizing that the joke was literally negative Columbus, genuine retardation all fucking around. God, this is embarrassing. This is genuinely embarrassing. It's such a nothing burger too, straight up. It doesn't matter. But like, again, I just care about people being genuine. You want to be a genuine asshole? You want to be a genuine terrible person? Go ahead. But when you fucking lie, spinning up these fucking narratives, these agendas that we clearly know is bullshit, in order to bolster up this fucking hate fandom for this one person without... See, it's that. I just want people to attempt to see the fucking truth. Disingenuous fucks are everywhere, bro. Link to the video. I'm done.